Um, Hi. Um, I will one day fix ads, but as we can see, today is not that day. I hope everybody is having a good day. Um, I'm having a very good day. I've been in my feelings all day. Um, and I'm very excited about what we're going to talk about. um, Hold on, let me get something moved. Hold on. Uh, okay, can everybody hear that? Just let me know if it's too loud or not loud enough. Um, so I have a playlist that I'm gonna share. That I'm then going to pin. Yes, it is my message. Okay, so that playlist is a playlist I have made for what we're going to talk about today. Today is one of my favorite K-pop groups in the entire world anniversary. They are 9 years old today. As you can tell, KNK's 9th anniversary. That's the theme of this stream. And I thought it would be a really good idea. I got kind of struck through this idea of inspiration to just kind of talk about them, talk about their careers, I guess that's the right word. Talk about their careers, talk about the members, and just introduce them to everybody. I am one of 2 patron saints of Nugu groups in ASTRALYFE. Theo is the other. And so they're honestly not a really well-known group. They tend to get kind of forgotten about a lot. But I don't think they're worth forgetting about. And they had a concert over the weekend, so my TL is just flooded with all of the pictures from fan sites going and taking pictures. So I'm very emotional. I really, really love them. And so you all get to hear me ramble about them for however long it takes me to ramble through this entire PowerPoint. Yes, I have a PowerPoint. That's how serious I'm taking this. I'm taking it very seriously. I love them a lot, as you'll probably be able to tell. I understand that this is not everybody's shtick, so please feel free to leave if you would like to go watch something else. I understand. I will take no offense. You are free to disagree with any opinions I have. However, this is my stream, so I will be sharing my thoughts and opinions. I'm covering my bases once again, as I always feel like I have to do with K-pop. You are free to disagree with any opinions I have. I just ask that you be respectful. Everybody is entitled to their opinion, and we can discuss it as long as we can do so kindly and respectfully. Just because they're my favorite group doesn't mean they're your favorite group. Just because they're not your favorite group doesn't mean they're not my favorite group. So, now that little spiel is out of the way, I'm also using this as an opportunity to kick off what I'm going to call K-pop PowerPoint night, in which I discuss a different group every time I do one of these. I think it's a really fun thing to talk about, and it ensures that I stay on topic as opposed to getting distracted when I do my other K-pop streams. So it's just a really great way to keep me on topic as well, so I don't start 15 different tangents and never finish a single one. Yes. So this playlist, it has every single official music video. 안무 영상 is dance practice, like choreography practice video in Korean. It has any song that they've performed live. like on a live stage, like on M Countdown, Inkigayo, Music Core, anything like that. And it also has other songs that they may have performed elsewhere but have official video recording. I didn't want to use fan site recordings or anything like that, just because those can get a little shaky when it comes to like filming, and it's not always the best quality. There are also things like their relay dances or their solos, their covers, their live singing videos, all of that jazz. I was very dedicated to my craft. And I'm happy to discuss it. I'm happy to answer any questions as we go. So let me get my PowerPoint ready. Hide the ugly blue dot. I don't want the magic cursor. Go away. Okay. Yeah. This is my KNK PowerPoint. I was very dedicated. I told y'all I was in my feels, as you'll probably see. No, hide the ugly blue cursor. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to see the ugly blue cursor. Maybe if I keep it below my head. Okay. So, okay. Who are KNK? They are a 5-member group that debuted in 2016, March 3rd, 2016 specifically, under YMB Entertainment. And they debuted with the members, I'll go left, right, Yoojin, Seungjun, Heejun, Insong, and Jihoon. Their debut music video was called Knock, and they were under the same company as Bestie. I don't know if anybody knows Bestie. Love Bestie. They were one of my favorite girl groups. And they appeared in Bestie's Jung Christmas and Excuse Me music videos. Which the Excuse Me music video is probably one that they're most well known for. Just because of the subject of that music video. Not in a bad way, just it was more recognizable than their Jung Christmas one. And they had a ton of pre-debut content through their YouTube channel called My Kanakun Television. And they're just so special to me. Genuinely, if you watch like any compilation about like the members, they're most often just screaming or laughing in the most like non-idol way, which I think we need more of in today's society, but that's just my opinion. And in June of 2016, they came back with their second mini album called Awake. No, Knock was their first single. Awake was their first mini album, and that had the song Back Again as the title track. So, KNK are most known for coming together from various companies like FNC, Big Hit, JYP, TS Entertainment, and for being on record, canonically, one of the biggest, tallest K-pop groups that are active. Active keyword. So all members, I think, average 6'1", I think is their height average. And their name is also kind of like a double entendre because it means to be great, but Kanakun also means just like to be big. So like they're just like to be great, to be big is kind of what their name meant. And they were really, really praised for their second gen sound in a like third and fourth gen era of music, that it just really brought back like the nostalgia factor from groups like Beast and 2PM that a lot of people were really excited for. So much so that they wound up winning like a rookie award in their first year of like activity, which was massive. Not a lot of groups can win rookie awards if you're not from a larger company. So for them to have won a global rookie award is like it's a really big deal. And their fans are called Tinkerbell because we are the fairies who, I say we because I am very much a Tinkerbell. They are the fairies who protect KNK, like Tinkerbell and Peter Pan. I know it's very silly, but it's actually really sweet. And their official colors are a trio known as Pink Blossom. So those are the 3 Pantone colors. Feel free to look them up. They're all just like, it's like light pink, medium pink, dark pink. For those of you who don't know, like, Pantone colors. So we'll go into some of the members. This is Yujin. He's the oldest member. He was born in 1993, and he was a main vocalist. He is 6'1", so right on par with the average. And he actually trained with the BAP members at TS Entertainment, but he didn't think he was ready to debut with them, so he left the company. And I guess at some point he re-signed with YNB and made it into KNK, which is probably good because I don't know if I necessarily see him having fit BAP. I think he just made more sense as a KNK member. And this is coming from somebody who's also a baby, so I stand by decisions. So this is Seungjun. He is the second oldest member, and he was born in October of 83. Oh my lord, 93. He was a main rapper and a visual, which just means he's very pretty to look at. That's all that means in K-pop terminology. He is the tallest member at 6'4". He once made a joke that like he was 6'3" when he debuted, and then he just like kept growing, and he doesn't know if he's gonna stop growing. And he actually trained with BTS and GOT7 at separate different times in his trainee timeline, I guess. Trainee period. There we go. And he's still really close to he's really close, I think, with Jin and J-Bum. I think JB from GOT7. He has actually changed his name 3 times. So he was born as Kyungbok, which was a name given to him by his grandfather. But because that's the name of a palace in Korea, he got teased for it quite a bit. And so he, I think in middle school, he legally changed his name to Seungjun. And then, I think in 2018 or 2019, he changed it again, legally changed his name to Soham, which is what he goes by now. He's, Park Soham. Yeah. He's just a big baby. So Yujin is just a very sweet individual, very calm, very quiet. He was very much like the older sibling in a group full of younger siblings. He was very patient. He just really looked after them. He put up with a lot from them. He's very sweet. Seungjun is literally a toddler trapped in a giant's body. He loves plushies. He loves small, cute things. Very, very much like a 3-year-old in a how old? 32-year-old man's body. But he's also very sweet, very very calm. What he wants to be. Other times he gets riled up by the rest of them, and he usually falls in line with whatever shenanigans they were doing at the time. He's a big baby. He can't watch any scary things. He doesn't do horror at all. So he's literally, I don't know how he survived this long. And then you have Insung, who's in the middle. He's the 3rd oldest member, and I guess the 3rd youngest member, depending on how you look at it. He was born in July of 94, and he's a main vocalist, and he is also 6'1". he also trained with BTS, and that's actually where he met Soham. And then he eventually moved to FNC Entertainment, which houses groups like N-Flying, AOA, SF9. Who else do they have now? Did they have Cherry Bullet? I can't remember. No, I can't remember. But yes, so that's where FNC was. So he went from Big Hit to FNC. He never said why, but I'm sure it just had something to do with like not liking the company or just needing to change the company. I don't know. And then we have Jihoon. So Jihoon is the second youngest member, and he's actually the leader, which isn't uncommon, but he was born in 95, and he is also a main dancer and vocalist. He has actually choreographed a large majority of their dances, or at least like partially choreographed, if not completely choreographed. He's also 6'1". I'm telling you, they're all tall. They're all very tall. He's also 6'1", and he was a trainee with Nega Network, which housed, again, groups. I put them there for my own reference, but groups like Sunny Hill, LC9, Brown Eyed Girls, La Boom, and Luna Fly. Which La Boom was surprising to me, but I guess Nega Network has like a bunch of subsidiaries which house all these other groups, and so that's where Jihoon came from. And then we have Heejun. Heejun is the baby. He's the maknae. He was born in 96, and he is a rapper and vocalist. And he is the shortest at 5'11", which isn't even short, but compared to the others, he looks so much smaller. Like, if you watch a performance video, he looks so small, but it's just because the others are that much taller. That's how big they are. And he also trained at FNC, where he met Insung. So the really cool thing that makes me really soft for KNK is that they were trainees, and they like met each other at all these various different points in their trainee period, and then they all just like came together to be a group. I don't know, it's like someone went to YNB and then was told they need 4 other trainees, and everybody else was looking to switch companies, and that person then called all of his friends. So they're all very close within each other. They've known each other for a very long time. I think some of them have known each other for, at the time of debut, they had known each other for 5 or 6 years at that point. So they know each other very well. And a lot of them are very close. So going back to like personality wise, I realized I forgot to do that. But Insung is very like silly, very scared. He looks like a bunny. He's like bunny teeth. He's very silly. He's an incredibly strong vocalist. And he also is like terrified of everything. Jihoon laughs at everything. Anything any of the other members do, Jihoon is almost always laughing at it. Like big belly laughs. Like, I mean, like screaming laughing at some of the stuff that like Heejun specifically will do. And he's almost always falling on the floor because he's laughing so hard. But he's also very soft. So he used to sneak into Soham's room at night to get him to scratch his back, because his mom used to scratch his back when he was little, and that's how he would fall asleep. And when he has trouble falling asleep, he would just roll up to Seungjun's room, or Soham's room, and have him scratch his back until he fell asleep. And at one point, like, Soham had to start locking him out of his room because it was like every night, and he'd be there for hours and just wouldn't leave. And so his name, just as a quick aside, his name is Kim Ji-hoon, but if you say it fast enough, it sounds like Kim Ji-hoon. So his nickname winds up being Kimchi, because Kim Ji-hoon, Kim Ji-hoon, yeah. So, yeah. And then Heejun is very much younger brother, like the little younger brother who can't sit still, who is like doing the most random stuff at any time. He's almost always like making the others laugh or doing some nonsense or making weird noises. He's just a mess. That's like the best way I can describe Heejun. And he now goes by the name of Woo Jae-young. So he has changed his name, or his stage name at least, to be Woo Jae-young. Oh my gosh, I can't speak today. No, go away, ugly blue dot. Nobody wants you here. Okay. So, their first two albums and songs were released at the beginning of 2016 into like the summer. And then they announced a comeback in November. And comeback just means that they're releasing new music. For those of you who aren't K-pop aficionados. They announced a comeback with their second mini album. Why did I write third? I was losing my mind. Third mini album is not right. I almost said it was. Second mini album, Remain, with the title track You. And they dropped their teaser for the music video, but then scrapped the music video. And the company at the time claimed it was due to quality issues. But there was never any further clarification on what that meant given. They literally were just like, the quality was bad, we're not refilming it. And we were like, comeback is in like 2 days, you can't do that. And then they did, and they never released another music video. And the performance version, which is the only like semblance of music video, I guess, we got released on November 18th. And I personally hold YNB accountable for why their popularity plummeted after this. Because they didn't have a music video, so they had nothing to support it when it comes to streaming outside of like streaming music. And so there was nothing for fans to go off of. And so I hold this as like the marking point in their careers, unfortunately, because they were announced Rookie of the Year, and then you don't give them a music video. It's also just very, I don't know, I have a lot of issues with YNB. Personally, they're on my hit list, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, You came out in November, and it didn't have a music video. And then in 2017, so that was November, they didn't have another comeback until May of 2017, which at the time is not a large gap in between music. Now I feel like people would think that that's like a year, but it's not. Back then it was like fairly normal. You'd usually do 2 or 3 comebacks a year, and it usually just depended on how well you did and like how frequently you could have a comeback ready to go. Like with this one specifically, so Gravity came out in 2017, and it had the title track of Sun, Moon, and Star. And then it was, so this is Gravity. This concept right here is Gravity. And then literally in July, so like very quick succession, they released Gravity Completed with the title track Rain. Sorry, I've tried to hold my breath. Okay, I drink water. So it just depended on how quick you were ready to go with a comeback after that. And since this was just a repackage, they really only needed to redo like the album with a new song. they didn't need to re-record an entire new album. So it wasn't so uncommon. And then my nightmares. Later that year in 2017, YNB announced that all 5 members were joining Mix 9, which was I'm about to re-traumatize unfortunate K-pop fans. It was a competition show put on by YG Entertainment and in like partnership with some other company that would take members from a bunch of outside groups. I think it was mostly like lesser known groups, and you would put them together. There was going to be a boy group and a girl group, and you would put 2 groups together after the competition show and like promote them as a full group, kind of like what groups did for like Boys Planet, The Unit, Girls Planet, IOI, like Produce 101, that created IOI, the boys version of Produce 101, which created Wanna 101. And so that was the idea. And it was also an idea to promote, it was really more similar to the Unit in that it would promote groups that didn't necessarily like take off at debut, meaning they didn't get massive, they weren't from a massive company or anything like that. The problem was that it was hosted by YG, and YG is the grossest, one of the grossest human beings on the planet. I have massive beef with YG because not only because of the comments he said towards some of my favorite groups that were on the show, like Ace and KNK, but also the way he talked to the female contestants, like the female idols more specifically. Very misogynistic, very gross, really rude remarks about several members' looks. Never forgiving him for what he said to Hasul from Luna. Nope, not ever forgiving him. It's on site. Luckily, the only good thing that came out of Mix 9 for KNK was that Heejun made it far enough to dance to Paradise Lost by Gain. And that truly was the only saving grace. Other than that, there was nothing good that ever came out of Mix 9. Mix 9 itself didn't even take off. Because when they got down to like the final group, like they had finished the competition show and they had selected like the final members, YG wanted to keep the contestants, I think, for 5 years. And their companies were all like, yeah, no, that's not happening. You're not keeping our idols for 5 years. And then he was like, well, then there's just not going to be a group. And they were like, okay, fine, we'll take our idols back and just debut our groups ourselves. I don't know what he was on for that one. I think it was 5 years. And it was insane. It was a really insane contract. And none of the groups wound up agreeing to it. So nothing came out of Mix 9 anyway, but I still had to suffer through all 5 of my boys being on Mix 9. So, you know, trauma. And then 2018 hits. And 2018 is a very quick turnaround. So Yoojin went on hiatus in April. And then in September, Yoojin announced he was leaving the group. He was canceling his contract. And then all 4 members then canceled their contract with YNB, which, like, thank you. Where are you all going now? Please. And then in December, they announced a new member joining them. And they were going on a US tour, which this picture is from, I actually went to their tour when they came to the United States. And this is like actually one of my pictures from that concert. It's Dongwon, Insung, Seungjoon, Jihoon, Heejun with his little cowboy hat. And so they announced a new member. And it was like whiplash. Like, they announced they were leaving in September, and then it was like 4 months of uncertainty, and then they announced that they were coming back with Dongwon and that they were going on tour. Which, like, yay, holy crap. Okay. So, we have a new member. We have Dongwon. He's now the second oldest member at this current time. So in 2018, he's the second oldest member. He's a New Year's baby. He was born on January 1st in 94, and he was introduced as a rapper. He has a very deep voice, and he trained with FNC, which means he probably met the KNK members through Insung and Heejun. So once again, they called their friend and were like, hey, we have a position, you want to come fill it? And he was like, yeah, sure, I'll come. And so we have Dongwon. And then in 2019, they released Lonely Night, which was the first single with Dongwon as part of the group, which is this concept up here. And then they went on a European tour, and then in that summer after they finished, they released SS Collection with Sunset, which is this concept down here. I hate the blue mouse thingy. Anyway, but Sunset is this collection concept. SS Collection is the name of the album. They released Sunset with this concept down here, and it's so Lonely Night gave us this one of the single greatest thought drops in the entirety of K-pop, and then Sunset is like, if you were to hit up like a gay club, it could be a song like bumping in a gay club, which like is just, it's so good. It's just so good. It's so beautiful to me. I love both of them. It also started their tradition of just like having Heejun be a throwable member in choreography. Because in the Sunset choreography, they're literally holding Heejun in the air by his arm. They start the song with him in the air. And then they're like pulling him through legs. They're just like throwing him around like he's a little beanbag. And he's 5'11". He's a grown man. Anyway, he's loved that thing. And then in 2020, they announced their third mini album. Yes. Their third mini album, KNK Airline. And they funded it through a crowdfunding with Makestar, which was 100% funded in like 10 minutes, and I think 300% funded within an hour, which means they released like numerous like extra rewards, kind of like Kickstarter. When you hit like a certain number of funding, you unlock another tier of reward kind of thing. I'd like to point out, this is me just being the bitter Tinkerbell I am. Every time they've done a Makestar project, they have hit like 300% funding within an hour of opening the project. If that doesn't say they're not a valuable group, then I don't know what does. But again, that's just me being bitter. Who am I to judge? But so KNK Airline featured this concept where they were all kind of like pilots. Their asses are not flying. I don't know if any of them can even drive, if I'm being honest. But it had the title track Ride, which again, they were throwing Heejun around like he was a little hacky sack. He was like on their feet at the beginning, and then they like lifted him up. It was insane. Highly recommend watching any of their choreography. It's just, they're just super interesting to watch. And just as like a side note, them being as tall as they are, So being tall kind of puts you at a disadvantage when it comes to dancing because you have to have more control of your limbs as opposed to being on the shorter side. But all of them have very good control of their limbs for being 6 foot and over. And it's just, I just really recommend watching any of their choreography. It's just a really good time. And that brings us to 2021. It's been like from 2018 until like present day. It's just such a rough go of it. So if you remember, this was in September. We didn't get anything until August of 2021. Nothing. Not a single thing. Not a comeback, no nothing. And the comeback that came out in August wasn't even a full group comeback. It was Jihoon releasing his own digital singles under the name Half. So he goes by Kim Half when he does his solo work. And the first single he released was An 궁금해, which means I'm not curious. And then he released Behind You in October. He released 그전 그런 채로 살아 in January, which was it was a duet with a trainee at their company. I can't remember her name. Chae something. Chaeryong? Something like that. And then he released 잠깐 in October of 2022. So he's pretty consistent with releasing music as Half. But that's because he writes and composes his own music. So he's able to kind of like produce it and then release it as soon as he gets the go from the company. And his music, I love his music. It's very chill, very R&B, like slow. He's got a very soft voice. So I really like it. And then in September, Soham announces that he's leaving the group. And then in October, Heejun releases his own digital single called Night. I think it's called Pum. It's just night in Korean. I could be wrong. I think it's just night. But Soham left in 2021. So now we're back down to 4 members. And the reason, I'm so bitter about the reason he left. Anyway, we'll get there. Don't fear not. I'll catch us up. In 2022, Heejun leaves the group. So now we're down to 3 members. We're down to Insung, Jihoon, and Dongwon. And in February, like literally a month later, Insung enters the military, which you'll see this photo right here is his military enlistment. They were literally outside of the training camp dropping him off. And he's got an egg head. I love him. He's my little eggy boy. And I believe Dongwon is exempt from military enlistment because he has a back injury. He had a back injury. And I think it was one of those qualifying injuries that got you exempt from military service. I could be wrong. He could have done it before he even joined KNK. But I haven't heard him mention it, so I think it is because of his back injury. I think he slipped a disc at some point, something like that. But it was severe enough to exempt him. So that's all that happened in 2022. Oh joy. And then in 2023, literally a year later, Jihoon enlisted. And Dongwon is announced as the lead role in the Merry Happy Ending live action. And he also sings 2 songs for the OST. He has a very nice singing voice. It's very deep and it's very soft. I don't know if those things go together, but they do for me and they make sense for my brain. I really like Happy Merry Ending. It's one of my comfort BLs, so I'll go rewatch it anytime I need to feel something. It has the right amount of angst to make you happy, if that makes sense. It's kind of weird. I'm sorry. but it like it gives you enough of the angst, and it has like such a nice ending. I don't know, I really like Happy Merry Ending. Highly recommend. The acting is very good. And I think that was in April. I think that was April of 2023. And then in August, In-sung gets out of the military. He completes the service. And then 2 months later, he releases his first solo single. All of the solos are digital. It's just easier that way for companies. But it's called Pame Imi, which is the Korean translation is not the English. The English is trust in yourself. But when I read the Korean, I read the meaning of night. But alas, I could be wrong. I'm not native, so I could be wrong. And then in December of 2023, they announced a new member, so we're back up to 4. They announced the new member Hyunjong, which we will introduce now. He's their maknae now. He is born in 98, and he is a visual and a vocalist. He is 6 foot, and he trained with Fantagio, but eventually became a member of the K-pop group Romeo. Rest in pieces, Romeo. I miss you every day. Which, when this got announced, I almost cried because he was my bias in Romeo, and I just never anticipated him joining KNK. Not in a bad way. I was really excited when he joined, but I could not believe the headline when I saw the Naver article. I was like, there's no way a member of Romeo is joining KNK. But he did, and he's here now, and he's our baby. And Fantagio is home to Astro, who KNK are also very close with. If they debuted around the same time, I think within a matter of weeks of each other, maybe a month or 2. And so they're all really close with each other. But he met KNK through Mix 9. So members of Romeo also auditioned for Mix 9, and that's where he met and grew close with the KNK members. And so for the 3rd time, when they needed a new member, they just called somebody they knew, and they were like, hey, do you want to join our group? We need a new member. And he rolled up to the training room, I guess. But he's our new baby. He's been here for, oh my gosh, over a year now. Baby. He's the new baby. Maknae is just the youngest member of a group. That's all that means. And it's because he was born in 98. And so, 2024. Gosh, we are really cranking through. 2023. I can't speak. I don't know where I am anymore. 2024 was honestly, by all means, compared to other years, quite busy for KNK. In-sung, right here, joined the Mnet group called Build Up, which is it was meant to create a vocal boy group, so focusing primarily on vocal abilities, being able to sing. And he got eliminated in episode 5, which I can't remember how many episodes there were. I will tell you up and down, every which way, that because so many of my favorites from underrated groups were in Build Up, and I will tell you, and I'll die on this hill, I'll tell you that the judging was so skewed. Because it was dependent on fan voting, which let me make this clear. I don't fault the members that got voted for because their fans were just voting for their favorites. I was doing the exact same thing. I was voting for Insong, I was voting for Donghoon, I was voting for Jae-up, I was voting for Sunyul. I was doing the exact same thing. And I don't place any of the blame on the boys. And this is entirely my opinion. But I will die on the hill that Insong should not have been eliminated. I just will. You will have to drag me off of that hill. I just think it was very unfair because you had groups that were sending members like Uptension, like KNK, like Impact, who had little to no fan base. And you were putting them up against people who had very large, very active fan bases from recent years. I think two members who participated in Build Up had just participated in Boys Planet, which created Zero Base 1. So they had massive fan bases coming off of it into Build Up. And I just think it's skewed. It a little bit. I think the voting should have been done a different way. I don't think certain contestants should have been allowed to participate. Just because it's just, as somebody who's like a ride or die for my faves, it's just not fair. It's not fair. I'm one of like maybe 10 Western Tinkerbells still alive, and you're putting them up against members who have like massive international fan bases. There's just no way we were gonna win. We just weren't. And like that's fine. I've accepted that. That's what it is. I just am not a fan of survival shows. I'm not a fan of Mnet. I don't like it. I did not like it. And I was voting for everything I had. And I had my friend voting for them too. But after that, after he got eliminated, they held their fan concert in April. It was called Knock. It was the 3 members that participated were Insong, Dongwon, and Hyunjong. And then Kimchi just came to visit from the military. He didn't participate, but he came to visit, and this is a photo from their fan concert, like backstage. And then in October last year, Insong released his second digital single, Chom Kude, which is like the first time, something like that. It's like the first time. So Chom is like, and then Kude like that time. So like from the first time or something like that. Like the first time, like that time, however you would like to translate it. And then in December, Jihoon completed his military service, so he was back, and we had our 4 boys again, all 4 of them. And Dongwon got cast in a mobile drama, so like kind of like those dramas you watch on like TikTok or the things that they advertise on TikTok. He got cast as a member in that drama. And that's really exciting because he got to do a lot of like action stuff. And that, like, he got like flipped over somebody and like actually had to be flipped over this girl. But he was very excited about it. It was very cute. It was very silly. And it was just a good time. And it's more experience for him acting. He was supposed to act in a show in like 2022 or something like that. And that like finished filming and then just like disappeared. Nobody ever knows what happened to it. Nobody knows where it's at or like when it's supposed to air. It's just sitting on a shelf somewhere. We don't know. And then 2025, Insong, so right here, Insong got his first main musical role in 일기 쓰는 남자, and so it's a musical theater. Which is exciting for him because he can use his like vocal talent and show off. It went really well from what I've seen. I follow quite a number of Korean fan sites on my private Twitter, and they were really raving about it. They were having a good time. They said it was very good. They said he did a good job, and he looked happy doing it. So, and then yesterday. Yes, sorry, I had to check the date. Yesterday, they had their first full group fan con. in like 3, no, in like 6 years, I think, like full group, not having a single member in the military. And they performed it the day before their 9th anniversary. So it's very exciting. I'm very emotional. I love them very much. Please support my boys. I love them. They deserve all the love in the world. They're very kind and very funny and sweet. And I could literally talk about them nonstop. I think they're just so funny. I just really love them. I think everybody should love them as much as me. I know this is very contradictory to what I said at the very beginning, but I really do think everybody should love them as much as I love them. Oh, and this was the poster. This is the fan con was Kidnapping Kingdom, and this was the poster. They were like princes from a faraway land. Very much my flavor of aesthetic. I'm very upset I couldn't go. It's a personal attack on me that I couldn't go to this band concert. And so what are the former members doing? Well, Yujin became a streamer on Twitch, actually. Hi. But he left streaming in 2022. I think just a lot of like personal IRL stuff was happening that he just couldn't keep up with it anymore. But he still attends birthday cafes and fan projects every year. He religiously takes pictures and thanks everybody, even though he's like no longer a celebrity, for putting up projects for him. He's very sweet. He still sings, just not, publicly. In 2022, Soham starred in the live action of Semantic Error. He was Jaeyoung, and that so here's tea time. So that aired in early 2022. He left in September of 2021, and he left because the production company of Semantic Error kept calling and being like, hey, we'd like Soham to audition and take the role for Jaeyoung. And why not YMB? They're now with 2020 Entertainment. 2020 kept being like, no, we don't want any of our members doing that. They kept denying the role. And eventually he left. He just canceled his contract and he left, and then he accepted the live action and is now an insanely popular actor. He signed with a new company that's full of actors. He is he's getting ready to star in a lot of stuff this coming year. So I'm really bitter with 2020. I have a lot of issues with 2020, which is their new management company. Because if they had just let him, I'm not mad at him. He has to do what he has to do to, fulfill his dreams and do whatever he wants. And I'm going to be his fan no matter what. But if the company had just let him be in Semantic Error when he was in KNK, he might still be in KNK and they might be in a better place financially. And musically, they might be able to do a little bit more because they have more income and eyes on them. But what do I know? It's also just really conflicting because a lot of people this isn't his fault. This is more or less problems I have with discourse I've seen around it. But so he got really popular after Semantic Error. And then in 2023, Dongwon was allowed to star in Happy Merry Ending, when they had continuously denied Soham a BL role for years. Not years, but maybe months at that point. And it's just, a lot of people were taking issue with the fact that Dongwon was allowed to act in a BL, but Soham wasn't, so he had to leave to be able to do so. I don't know. I'm happy for both of them. I think both of them did an amazing job. I'm fans of both of them regardless. But I get where people are upset. If they had just let him act in Semantic Error while he was in KNK, he probably wouldn't have left, and we might be in a different position. Who knows? Hindsight is a wonderful thing. Not really. Hindsight sucks. And then Jaehyun. He's now an actor. He also joined a new company for acting. It's home to a lot of notable actors. And he's actually starting quite a bit since leaving. So he was in Twinkling Watermelon, he was in Missing the Other Side too, and he was in Fan Letter Please. Some of them, I know his Twinkling Watermelon role was kind of on the bigger side, but some of them are on the smaller side, which is okay. A lot of actors start out that way. They take smaller roles and then they, go bigger as time goes on. So it's okay. He'll get there. And again, I'm a fan of all of them, no matter what. I am a OT7 stan until I die. I love all of the members, past and present, equally. I don't have a favorite. And I just love them all. I want them all to be happy and do well. Whatever happy and do well looks like for them. And where can you find them? This is my shameless plug. They have YouTube. They have 2 YouTube channels. So this first YouTube channel is their official one, so like the main KNK one. And then the Dakungnomder is their new one where they're kind of doing a lot of like side activities. So they're doing a lot of like fun challenge activities and things like that. I think it's a way for the members to start doing the kind of content they used to do. And I'm very excited about that because it usually means loads of silly times, and that's usually fun for me. I'm very excited to have them kind of back to doing what they want to do, and yeah, I'm just very happy for them. Their official Twitter is KNK Official 2020. They have an Instagram that is the official KNK Instagram, and then the Takumnonder is the side account where they do all the silly challenges and things. And then they also have 2 TikToks. The KNK TikTok is basically dead. And then they're more active. I forgot my other parentheses. Dang it. Oh well. The other one is again the same vein. This is where they do all their silly challenges and things like that. But yes, this is my shameless plug for you all to follow them. I wouldn't be a Tinkerbell if I didn't plug their socials. And look, guys, another thing that I'm really emotional about is because most K-pop groups get a light stick within a year or 2. Mostly, well, nowadays it's like within a year of debut, you get a light stick, you get a fan name, yada 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 yada. Well, when Insung was leaving his play the other day, the merch for their concert hadn't been announced yet. But when Insung was leaving his concert the other day, his musical the other day, he had his hand out the window and he was holding this. And this is KNK's official light stick that we got after 9 years. 9 years. And we finally get an official light stick. I wanted to sob. I wanted to sob. It's so pretty. It's very on brand for what most K-pop groups do nowadays, with like the white base with like the unique globe top that's like unique to the group, whatever their symbol might be. But it's just so pretty to me. I think it's so beautiful. It's pink, it's sparkly, it lights up pink. It looks like fairy wings, but it also looks like the KNK logo. It's just so beautiful to me. And to me, it's a really good sign that we're possibly getting more content because, in my opinion, a company isn't investing into merchandise this expensive if they don't think it's a worthwhile investment. Most of them would do like the acrylic lights that smaller groups sometimes get, which they have one of those as well. But this is an official light stick. This costs money to produce. And Jihoon is working on music and supposedly performed new music at their concert. So again, I'm very hopeful for this. I think this is a very good sign. I'm very excited about what this means. I love them and I just want them. I just want more music. Please, it's been, when did Ride 2020? It's been 5 years since Ride came out. Please give me more music. I will single-handedly fund any album. I will be the North American stronghold for KNK album sales. So I'm just very excited. It's very pretty. And I have, shamelessly, I have a friend in Korea who lives in Seoul. And I was like, hey, are you by any chance busy on the weekend of the 2nd? And she was like, no, I'm not busy that weekend. What's up? And I was like, okay, cool. If I pay you, can you go to their venue and buy merch for me so I can get the light stick? And she was like, yeah, sure, that's no problem. Send me the money and what you want. And I was like, oh, I love you. Shout out Mio. Mio's my saving grace in this world. Because they're so small, I doubt their merch is gonna go anywhere. So if you don't get it at the fan merch booth at the concert, the likelihood of me getting it elsewhere is very low. So I sent them the money. I told them what I wanted. I wanted a light stick. I wanted Dongwon's light stick accessory because it had a puppy. And I wanted stickers and I wanted the photo book. So I'm like cheesing at the idea that I actually have their light stick. I am a Tinkerbell since pre-debut. Like 10 years I've been in this mess. And I finally have their light stick. Like I literally could cry thinking about it. So yes, it's just very exciting. I love them so much. They're just very special and dear to me. Please support them. Even if you just stream their music. Please. If you like second gen sound, they've got it. I promise. And that's it! Thank you for listening to me ramble about one of my ultimate K-pop groups of all time. I just love them so much. They are so dear to me. So, now that you know all about KNK, I have a surprise for everybody. If you just give me 1 second to get it set up, I will be right back. Can everybody see this? Hi! Look, my hands! Hi. Hi. Hopefully everybody can see this. Oh no, it doesn't say Deco didn't stream. No, it's still, I had what? Change it. No, not Korean! No! Oh, I am in shambles. Are we... Is that too big? Oh, massive. Okay. Hehe. Hello, everybody. Can you see this? I hope you can see it. I can see it on my end. Maybe my handy dandy hand cam. It's okay. I'll fix it when we actually get into my binder. But this is my entire KNK collection. I mean, from debut until now. This is how serious I take this. I collect... Why are my hands shaking? Help. I collect everything for this group. So every photo card, every member, every version from every album ever. And you might be thinking, well, Nova, that's insane. Correct. But I just love them that much, and I don't do this for a lot of groups, but they're one of my ultimate groups. So I collect them. I collect everything for them. And as you can see, these were their old colors. But we have Yujin, Seungjun, well, Soham, Dongwon, Insung down here at the bottom, Jihoon and Heejun. These were their old colors before they changed it. But because their color is pink, they are in a nice pink binder. She is a thick binder. She's like a 3-inch binder. And she's very dear to me. So we will get into it. Yes, I'm wearing gloves because I have identifying features. And I just like gloves. So we'll go ahead and get started. Oh my goodness, don't fall. Please don't fall. Please don't be crooked. Please, I'm begging you. Scooch back. And make straight. There we go. Boom. Done. This is KNK. So these are in their first 3 albums, their first 3 releases, they released standees, like paper standees, that featured different members. They've never been popped up. I literally pulled them from albums and like shoved them in my binder because I like looking at them in my binder. So I have Yujin's standee from Knock, and then I have Heejun, Insung, and Yujin from Awake. On this page, you can't see it. On this page over here, on the back side, I have Jihoon from Awake. Help. Gloves are not conducive for sleeves, but it's fine. And then I have hold 1 second. And then I have at the top here, if I can get it open. Help. Gloves. I think this is Insung's standee from, I think this is Awake as well. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, may KNK forgive me. They shouldn't be wrong. They go in order. Ah! Go back. Okay. I'll fix it later. And then we have Heejun again from Awake. And then down here is wow, I'm being so dumb about this. Okay, you learn. We learn. We grow. We learn. And then on the back side, well, down here I have Sungjun from Remain. And on the back, this is from Gravity. This is Yujin. This is Yujin from Gravity. And then I have Insong from Gravity Completed. He's got a little Tyrannosaurus. I really like the standees. I don't collect all of the standees just because they're too hard to collect because not that many people collect the standees. So it just didn't make sense to get all of them. And then these stickers came from Gravity. Yes, down here at the bottom. They were from Gravity. And these were all drawn by Seungjun. See, Seungjuni가 그림. Yeah. So he drew all of the members. He's a really big fan of Digimon. He drew Tinkerbell. He drew Tinkerbell in different forms. And then these were the postcards from their first fan kit, from their first Tinkerbell fan kit. So anybody who bought like an official membership to become a Tinkerbell could receive these postcards. And they all had special messages on the back. I can show those as well. Sorry, it's going to be a lot of me opening and closing this to show. But yeah, so message from Yujin, message from Seungjun. Put this back. And then we have Jihoon, and we have In-sung, and then again, messages on the back. Hi, Bird! Welcome in! I'm going crackhead hours now. I'm really exposing myself now. So those were those members. And then we have Heejun. This is Heejun's postcard. And then this was the envelope they all came in. I kept the envelope because that's who I am as a person. May is crashing out. Oh no! To be fair, it's Subnautica, so that's fair. And then Heejun's signature on the back. And most of the time, the messages that the members write in fan kits are usually things of like, you know, thanks for supporting us. It's been a year, you know, already. I can't believe it's gone so fast. Yada, yada, yada. And then these were stickers from Soham's 2024 season's greetings. So that's what these were. Let me close that again. And then in so sometimes they're not. Sometimes albums. So K-pop albums. I wish I had one with me to show you. K-pop albums come with inclusions of sorts. So like at the beginning, I was showing off. These were the standees that came in all of their albums, and I've been collecting them since their debut. So they debuted in 2016, and this is 9 years worth of collecting. Sometimes like these specific postcards were things that you got for joining their fan club. It's like an official membership perk kind of thing that I joined, and I got the membership kit. So it came with a little ID card that had my fan number on it, and hi Nazri. I am the original Tinkerbell, actually. I am one of like 5 Tinkerbells left in the Western Hemisphere. And so other times there's stuff that you get with pre-orders. Like I'll show you some of the pre-order cards I have. But most of this beginning stuff is all just stuff that came with their album when I bought their album. So that's what these are. And in their first album, so in Knock, they didn't do... I do consider myself a legend. I am pretty stacked when it comes to KNK, I'm not gonna lie. So like these were in their first album, in Knock, they didn't release photo cards. You got a set of postcards with all of the members. And so like here's Yujin. Here's Seungjun. Look, you can see my camera. The reflection. Here's Seungjun. And then they had, again, messages and signatures on the back. That you got. Hey, at least they're active. Kind of. I've dropped you into groups that are disbanded. But, so these came with their first single album, Knock, which was their debut. So these are, like, way back in the archive of my collection. So those are the first 2 members, and I have them sorted by age. I'm also mad about history. But I have them sorted by age of the member. So it goes oldest to youngest. That's just how I like it to look in my brain. So then there's Insung and Jihoon. I could. And then there's Heejun on the back, because there's only 5 members, so it makes it odd. And I don't like the way he looked by himself, so I just smacked him on the back of Jihoon and Insung. And then, so that was for Knock. And then you get into like my proper photo cards. So these were, I look insane. Some of, like, for those of you coming in, I don't do this for every group I collect. I do this for my ultimate groups, because it's only 2 groups that I do this for. I collect everything for every member. Everything for every member. And I take a lot of pride in my KNK collection. It's taken me a very long time to get it as stacked up as it is. But so this is for their second mini album, Awake. Let me see if that makes it better. It makes it worse when it's a group that's very active. KNK aren't even very active, and I have a full binder. These are Awake. Was their second mini album. It was their first mini album, and it was their second comeback after debut. So I have each of the members. So Yujin, Seungjun, Insung, Jihoon, and Heejun. And then the group order I joined gave out these nifty little Polaroids from M-Wave. No, 17. 17 is harder. Nazarene, 17 is always harder. But they gave out these cute little Polaroids. And it's like all the members. So yes, that's why there's 6 laid out like this. My KNK layout doesn't always look like this. But I also have these like neat little like color fillers that I put in them to make it look nice. Because I'm very insane. And then also all of my Insung cards, you'll maybe won't notice it because of the lighting, but I have these reflective holographic bunny sleeves that he is in. There you go, you can see the bunnies, and they have bunnies and carrots on them because he looks like a bunny. I don't know if that's worse. That's so much worse. That's so much worse. Okay. So much worse. There's so much glare. But so yeah, so this is Awake. Awake is complete. And then we have Remain. Remain has taken me a very long time. I completed Remain after 8 years of collecting them. This card specifically eluded me for 8 years. But Remain saw them have 2 versions of photo cards. So there's 2 sets, 2 full sets. So you have the members, again, they're all in age order. And this is their sleeping set, the sleeping set. This is all the members sleeping. And then they had the, let's see it. Okay. And then we had the Awake set. So the Awake set was just all the members awake. They were not sleeping anymore. So yeah. These are all the members. And that's Remain. And then we move on to Gravity, which this is probably going to be weird, but this is one of my favorite sets because they did baby photo cards. And I just think baby photo cards are just really cute. Like, look at Heejun. He's just a baby. He's just, oh, there you go. But they did baby photo cards of each of the members. And like Jihoon, they're just baby photo cards. And I don't know if, like, I know that's maybe not everyone's cup of tea, but I really like baby photo cards. I think they're really fun and cute. They're some of my favorite sets to collect. I will forever be distraught that I will never have a baby Sunghwa card because they're like virtually impossible to find. But alas, I digress. It's a different group. But yeah, we had all the members. Help, the like lighting is awful. My lighting is so bad. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me see if I can make it better. Maybe that made it better. Okay. So this was only one set for Gravity. And I have the full set. That was a really easy set to get because someone I knew was selling them, and I was like, hey, can I just have, like, I think I had pulled 2 cards. Like, I bought albums and bought got 2 cards, and I just needed 3 more. So I was just like, hey, can I buy the other 3 members from you? And she sent them. So Gravity is complete, and then for Gravity completed, we had 2 sets again. So I had the hardest time finding this specific Insung card. For no reason. I just like could not find him. Oh, light. There, maybe, no. There. I could not find this Insung card anywhere. He was so hard to find. But I finally managed to complete him also last year. So I have a full set of Gravity Complete cards. These were all the members active at the time. So Yujin was still here. And keep going. And then this is just the second set of Gravity Complete. Is that better? Maybe. We'll see. If it's worse or better, just let me know and I'll adjust it again. And then this was just the second set of Gravity Complete. It's just them posing differently. And yeah, I have a full set of them. This was actually a pretty easy set to complete. It was just that one Insung card that like was just escaping me for years. And then we have Lonely Night, which was their first comeback with Dongwon. So we have Dongwon in the picture now. So the age order changes. So it was Yujin, Seungjun, Insung, Jihoon, Heejun. But with Dongwon coming in and Yujin leaving, it became Seungjun, Dongwon, Insung, Jihoon, Heejun. So still 5 members, the layout's still the same, just the order of the members changes. And this is Dongwon's first card. He's very cute. Let me see if I can get it out. Very cute, very, very demure, very cute. So that's his first photo cards. Do I have a full set of Lonely Night? That'll be the question. Lonely Night also, in the album, you got these little like passport ID photos. I don't know what purpose they serve outside of them just like giving you ID photos. I think it was just a fun way to give fans like a second kind of inclusion without it costing that much money. But these were also fairly easy to get. I again think I bought like all of them from a seller one time and I was like, hey, can I just get all of the ID photos? I think I pulled one and I was missing 4. So I was just like, hey, can I buy this, and this? And she was like, yeah, okay. So I bought them. So I have a full set of ID photos. Yeah, high school yearbook vibes for sure. especially Dongwon's, because he's got like the gray background. It's like the very classic school background that you get. So that was the second. I put them in between the first set of photo cards and the second set of photo cards. Now, this set is not complete. And I don't know if I'll ever complete it, which is very heartbreaking. I'm missing a Soham card up in this top corner. Because since Semantic Error like really popped off, Soham cards have been incredibly hard and incredibly expensive to buy. So I don't know if I will ever get this Soham card, but who knows, maybe one day. KNK cards for me are like kind of like a, if I'm on Mercari Japan and see it, I'm snatching it up. Or if I'm on the US Mercari and I see it, I'm snatching it up. That's mine. I don't care what the price is. I'll take it. It's mine. But so this is the second set of Lonely Night. And I'm only missing one more card here to complete my set. And then we go into, so these were, this is SS Collection. This was the second comeback with Dongwon. And these were Makestar pre-order like benefit cards. They're like really thick, like PVC plastic. Like, I don't know if you can see like how thick they are. They're like really thick PVC plastic. That I think do something. They're like they say talk pick. So I think if you like use some app to scan the QR, like the scan code down here, you could access some message or something like that. And then I shouldn't be showing these because they're Polaroids, and Polaroids are unique to the individual. But I'll do like a quick flash. So just be ready to see it very quickly. But with pre-ordering SS Collection, you got to select Polaroids of members. And I don't know what possessed me at the time, but I selected Jihoon and Dongwon. So I have 2 signed Polaroids of, I have 2 signed Polaroids, boom, for Dongwon and Jihoon, from SS Collection era. And then we have the SS Collection photo cards, which I think was 2 sets. I think it was 2 sets. I could be wrong. Yes, it was 2 sets. I'm just like, I'm wary. I don't think anyone is gonna steal a KNK Polaroid. It's a very niche thing, and honestly, like if you did, okay. Okay, I can't stop you. But so these are the photo cards from the SS album, the SS Collection album. And so we have again Soham, Dongwon, Insung, Jihoon, and Heejun. This one took me a while to collect because I couldn't get Heejun's other version, which you'll see on the next page. I couldn't get Heejun's other version of this photo card, so this SS Collection took me a while to finish as well. And I'm still not complete because I'm still missing a Soham card. I still need a Soham card. I can't get it. He's so expensive now. I think I saw it one time and it was on sale for like $80 and I was like, you must be joking. It's KNK. Be so for real. Thank you, Task Manager. I am drinking that bull. So I'm still missing a Soham card, but this Heejun card specifically took me a very long time to find. It just took so long to find. It was not easy to find. I don't know why. He just took a while to find. But so I have him now and I'm just missing one Soham card. And then these were also, I think, pre-orders from I think they were pre-orders from SS Collection. I could be wrong. I can also check. Yes, they were from SS Collection. So what was I saying? Yes, these were also pre-order gifts. So if you pre-ordered from Makestar, you got to pick like a tier of like support you wanted to pre-order, kind of like a Kickstarter. And these were an additional set of photo cards that you got for joining and like pre-ordering however much. I don't remember. And then we moved into Airline, KNK Airline. This album has 4 sets of cards. There's 4 sets of album cards. So that's not including pre-orders. That's not including like special cards or video call event cards or anything like that. It's purely album cards. There were 4 sets, so 4 cards per member, 20 cards total. And so this is the first set. So we have our members again. And then we have Jihoon and Heejun. They don't have like, there was 2 sets for the in version album and 2 sets, or on version album and 2 sets for the off version album. I don't know exactly like what constitutes like set 1 versus set 2. So I tried to organize them by like outfit. So like here in these cards, they're all kind of wearing like pilot uniforms. And then in this one, they were in more like casual outfits, which was like the second concept version. So the blue back, I think, was the on version, which is like, you'll see the difference. So like the KNK Airline is blue. And I think that constituted an on version. And then these regular outfits constituted an off version. So you'll see like the KNK Airline is orange. And then we are back again to the pilot uniforms in the second on version. So again, you know, all the members. And then the second off version. And I'm only missing one Jihoon card, which I don't think I'm missing. I actually think I have got, I got a bunch of cards, but I just haven't sorted them yet. And I think I might do a sorting stream in the future, so keep an eye out for that. But this is the second off collection, or off set for the KNK Airline album cards. And then we get into, this is just a freebie I got, so just ignore Jihoon down here. Then we get into like the Makestar album, like pre-orders. So I think this was Makestar 1. Or like this was like the pre-order event cards that you got through Makestar, which I did. I pre-ordered the album. I crowdfunded Makestar. So I got all of the boys. I got a full set of the cards. And then you also got a Polaroid-esque set. They're not like actual Polaroids. These are like cards, just like regular cards. But I got a full set of these cards as well. And then there was, I think this first round of Makestar cards where they did like events attached to it. I think they did like video call events or something, like rounds of pre-orders, things like that, where you got like different benefits for joining different rounds. Unfortunately, this was during the time, like this was all during COVID, right? This was 2020. So it was during a time where I unfortunately was unemployed due to COVID. So I couldn't collect as heavily as I did. So like me doing the first round of pre-orders was kind of like where I had to stop for this era, outside of like being able to find a card for like $6 on eBay or $8 on Mercari or something like that. So this is taking me a little longer to complete. But this is round 1 for MakeStar. And is it MakeStar or my music taste? This might be my music taste. But this was round 1 for my music case, and I'm just missing Singjun up at the top, and then I'll have a full set for round 1. And then they did a then you see like Heejun and Jihoon. They did a round 2 of my music taste, and for that set I just have Insung right now, so that's still a work in progress of getting the other 4 members, but it'll happen eventually. Fret not. I'm not my collection, especially when it comes to like my lesser known groups, takes time, and I'm not in a rush. I'm very much like, the excitement comes like when I find a good card for a good deal. That's really what my collection has become with these ones, which is fine. I don't need to have it completed right away. I don't have to like have it done by a certain point in time. I'll get it done when I get it done. So I get a lot of joy out of this collection, because when I do find a card, it's very exciting. Because it's usually one I've been looking for a while, and I'm like, it's mine, that's mine. And so those are all official album cards. Now we move into the specialty cards. So those postcards from the very first one, their first Tinkerbell fan kit, these were photo cards that came with them. So I have a full set. There's Yujin again. He came back. He didn't go anywhere. He was still part of the group with Tinkerbell 1. But so these are all Tinkerbell first generation fan kit cards. You got the full set when you joined the membership. And then this is where things start getting sticky. So this is where things like their second generation Tinkerbell fan kit had 3 Polaroids per member. And so like right now I only have, I think this is Insong or Dongwon. I think. Let me see. Oh no, it's Heejun. I lied. I just have this one Heejun card sitting here while I wait for his other 2 cards to show up eventually. But so 5 members, 3 cards per member is 13. So 13, I can't do math. 15. So like Soham will go here, Dongwon, Insung, and then Jihoon and Heejun eventually. Eventually. I don't have them right now, but I'm getting them. Again, this Tinkerbell 2 and 3 took place when I was unemployed, unfortunately, so I couldn't afford to pay for the membership, which is okay. I've accepted it. It's okay. I'm not mad about it. It's just what it is. And then they did this is this season's greetings, or is this is third Tinkerbell fan club. So they did, for third Tinkerbell, they did 2 cards per member. So this is the first set. I'm just missing Soham and Dongwon for the first set. So you can see I have Insong, Jihoon, and Heejun. And then for the second set, I'm still just missing Dongwon and Soham, but I have again, I have the full sets for the 3 members, the 3 younger members. So I'm just missing those 2. And then I'm just missing some of their like season's greetings cards, which again, I think I have in that big pile of cards I ordered from somebody. So maybe they'll show up in a sorting video and I can actually put them away. But we'll see. We'll see. And then, so after 2020 and 2021 more specifically, we lost members and had members go into the military. So activity dropped to like virtually nothing. But KNK has managed to stay active and started doing Make Star events with whatever members were active at the time. So that means Insung went into the military. Sorry, I need more water. So Insung went into the military. Soham and Heejun left. So the only two members left were Jihoon and Dongwon. So they started doing video call events through MakeStar. You could like buy a ticket essentially to enter like a raffle to win a video call. And the reward was getting the video call and these cards. I never joined for the video call. Video calls really stressed me out. But I did join to get the cards because that's who I am at heart. So this was from their very first video call event. I have all of the cards for all of the members. And I actually when I initially got these, I thought I made a mistake in how I ordered them. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get a full set. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna get a full set of the cards. I'm gonna miss two, and it's gonna take forever to buy that to find them. But I actually didn't. I actually ordered in the exact right amount needed to get a full set of the cards plus 2 extra cards. I think I have an extra one of this Dongwon card and an extra one of this Jihoon card. I don't know how that happened. We're not going to ask questions. It just happened. I got the cards and that's all that matters. Now I have 2 extra cards. And they are what they are. So whatever my brain was on for that one, she was looking out for me. She was looking out for me. So that's the full set of these cards. They just had really plain pink backs, which was cute. They were cute. And then the same friend that ordered all the concert merch for me was able to Soham, when he first joined his I'm a VTuber. When he first joined his acting agency, he didn't really do a lot, but he had a friend who is a photographer who for one of his meetups, I think this was actually before he signed his acting agency, with one of his meetups with fans, after he had left the group, he had a friend who was a photographer who took these pictures of him for these photo card sets. And the same friend that that went and bought the concert merch on Sunday for me ordered these for me because she had a Korean address and they were only accepting a Korean bank account and they were only accepting a Korean address. So I sent her the link and I was like, can you order me the 2 sets of these cards? And she was like, yeah, sure. And so I sent her the money and she ordered them. And so I have Soham's fan meet cards. I have the full set of them. And they were just random themes of him just sitting in a room in comfy clothes. They were just really cute. They all had the same back, so I won't worry about showing the back. But they were just different themes. And then he went from the comfy cozy theme that you see here into a more sophisticated theme, which was more on par with the will you date me aesthetic that he was going for, which continued. And then I think there was the comfy cozy theme, the formal wear theme, and there's the top of those for those. And then these were pictures actually he took. He just went around taking a bunch of scenery photos. So these are the second set, I guess, of photos that, or no, I think it was half came with the comfy clothes and then half came with the more formal wear. But half of the pictures he took came with each set. And they're just really cute. So those are all of Soham's cards. And then we get back to Jihoon and Heejun. No. Dongwon and Jihoon. I'm losing my mind, guys. Dongwon and Jihoon doing Make Star Call events again. I think this was called like the TMI event, or something like that. And so I have a full set of, I think, no, I lied. I have duplicates of them somewhere. Yes, okay. So there are 3 cards for Dongwon. I think this was when they started doing online versus like fan sign, like in-person fan sign. I think this is when COVID restrictions were lightening up again and they could do in-person events. So like one set, I think the blue set or the purple set, I can't remember which one, were for online event. So like the online video call event, which I have a full set of Dongwon and a full set of Jihoon. And then I have, I think this was the offline event, or maybe it was the special event. Sometimes they do like special events. And I have 2 Jihoon's 2 cards, and then because there were 4 and 4 is an odd number when it comes to like photo card storage, I just put Dongwon's cards back to back. So that I could just have his cards back to back, and I just put him in the middle. I think I like eeny meeny miny mode, and whoever was the mo went in the middle with the card back to back. I think that's how I decided that. And then yes, this was their TMI event because on the backs they had like their hobbies and things like that. They had like cute little, you could see their cute little drawings. So it was like things that they like doing, things that they like eating, their favorite animal, things like that. It was just like the TMI, so like they were just like sharing their secrets or whatever. It was really cute. It was a cute theme. I also just like when idols doodle on cards. And so then we had Halloween. So ignore this row. But these were the cards for the online video call event. And there's a blank row down here. You see it's just blank because there were fan sign cards that I did not get. I will get them eventually, but I don't have them with me right now. So that's why there's this empty row down here for when I get them. But it should be 2 cards for Jihoon, 2 cards for Dongwon. And we're still on those 2 members because they were only 2 members active at the time. But this one they had like Halloween tattoos on. Like he's got a little jack-o'-lantern on his face, if you can see. He's got little jack-o'-lantern. He's got like spider webs and stuff up on his arm. And then Dongwon has like a little bat on his face. You can see this one a little bit better with the tattoos on their arms. They just did like fake tattoos as like the theme for the online video call event. And then so I have the full set of video call cards. I just need the full set of fan sign cards, which will come eventually. And then for Christmas, yes, so that Halloween will continue up here. But for Christmas, I actually did buy the fan sign cards as well this time, so I didn't lose them. So I have a full set of cards for Halloween, Christmas. I'm losing my mind, you guys. Clearly, I've been thinking about this all day. So I think these ones, I think the like Christmas plushies. So, oh, I can't grab it. There we go. I think the Christmas plushies were the video call events. So Dongwon has like a little snowman, and Jihoon has like a little Christmas tree plushie. And then they just had like the designs on the back. They had like little Christmas designs on the back. And I think these were the video call event cards. So there were 3 per member for video call and 3 per member for fan sign. And I think the fan sign were like Rudolph themed. So that's why they have the antlers on with like the Rudolph headbands. And these were the fan sign, I think. I could be remembering that wrong, but does it really matter? I have the cards. And then I think this was Valentine's Day. So they took pictures with bunny plushies. Again, I have the full set. Yes, I have the full set. I had to double check before I opened my mouth. So I had the full set. I don't remember which ones were which for video call versus fan sign, but I know that I have the full set for Dongwon and I have the full set for Jihoon. And then I think I flipped it because I did Dongwon in the middle last time. When it came to the middle card, I put Jihoon in the middle this time. So his little bear ears, very cute. And so I put Jihoon in the middle. This was also when they started introducing what they called like special event video calls, where like if you applied for this special event, you could like talk to the members again for a longer time. Again, I didn't care about that. I just wanted the cards. So I applied for it. Thankfully didn't win, and I got these cards. I think these were the special cards. Again, could be wrong, could be right, who knows. But so these were the specialty cards, and again, have the full set, have 3 and 3. So full set for those cards complete. And then following that event, Jihoon enlisted in the military, so only Dongwon was left. And so Dongwon started doing events by himself, which was fine. He was fine doing them by himself, and I'm glad he did them by himself because it kept them active and it kept their name like out there. And I think this was spring, like the theme was like spring date or something like that. And again, full set of both cards, like online and fan sign. Full set of the cards. Personally, I really like this one. The bunny plushies, when they have like bunny plushies like these, I just like love them. They're just like my favorite. But so those are my specials. Those are these were this event. Yes. And then this was his second event, which I think was I can't remember what the event was for. Can't remember. Again, I have a full set of the cards. I have a full set of the cards. I actually have an extra full set of these cards because, again, I think this special event was being offered, and I think in my brain I thought they were different cards, but I just didn't read them close enough. So I have a full set, an extra set of these cards. I have 2 full sets. And this was, this theme was like sticky note, like post-it note themed. And then this theme was like proposal themed. So he's like got a giant ring on his finger on this one. He's got like a massive ring. And then he's got like flowers and balloons that he's holding for these pictures. And like the backs were also like, this is like, it looks like a wedding hall, and this was like post-it note, like doodle kind of theme. If you can see the 2 of those, they're like kind of, there we go. Um, and so that's where this was Dongwon's second event. And then I mentioned earlier that Dongwon did the BL, Happy Merry Ending. Then he and his co-star, actually Sungtae, he and his co-star held an event for Happy Merry Ending that I also bought the cards for. I sound insane that I'm just like, I just bought the cards. But I did. They were only like $5 a piece, so I bought the cards and I get them sent to me for free. So but so this had 3 sets. Yes, there were 3 events. There was the Dongwon solo event, which had 1 of 4 cards. Then there was the Sungtae solo event, which had 1 and 4 cards. And then there was the like unit group event, which had 1 and 4 cards. So a total of 12 cards across 3 events. Per like 2 cards per event per person. I sound insane. I swear I'm not. I'm not insane, I swear. This is like my baseball cards or like my Gundams or Bikus. This is yes, this is my fantasy football. So I have this first one, I think was like formal wear or like suit themed. So I have Dongwon's 2 cards and then Sungtae's 2 cards. And then I think, yeah, they just say Happy Merry Ending on the back. And then the second set was pajama themed with like rabbit plushies. So I have, again, Sungtae's 2 cards and Dongwon's 2 cards. And then the last theme I think was amusement park. And they were wearing like the animal headbands that you get from amusement parks. And then each of the events, every time you bought one of these cards, you got one of these cards. And then quote unquote winners got a full set of the cards plus this like specialty winner card right here. Like this specific one was the like the winner's prize unit card that you could get. So I have a full set of the Happy Merry Ending cards, which makes me very happy because I love Happy Merry Ending. Again, I recommend it to anybody who wants to watch a BL. It's very good. It makes my heart happy. Anytime I'm feeling sad, I just go watch Happy Merry Ending. And then I have, hold on, I'll pull this back down. I have more Polaroids that I'll like quickly flash. So this one is of Dongwon. It was from his second solo event. So like the marriage proposal cards. It feels very silly, but like I want to show them off. I just don't want to like really like show them. Again, not that I think anybody is going to be stealing KNK Polaroids, but you never know. And then this one is from the event with his co-star. So you got a random Polaroid of either one of them, and I just happened to luck out and get Dongwon's Polaroid. So there it is. And I don't know if you can see them, but like they're all like signed. So they're like signed Polaroids. And then this last one is a in-song Polaroid from, you'll see like in a page or two. You'll see where this event is from. But this is a signed in-song Polaroid from when he came back from the military. I'll flash it really quickly. Yes. So yes, I keep all of them down there because it just looks, there are just 3 of them and they just look nice down there. I might change it up in the future. Who knows? Just depends on what I'm feeling. And then this set was from when In-sung got out of the military, is like his welcome back event. He did a solo Make Star event, just himself. So he had 3 cards in the military uniform, and then he had 3 cards that were just like different iterations of like finger hearts, or like he did key cards or like an up close finger heart, and then the back had like so like this is the front and you see his hands, and then he did that the hand version in the back. So like that one had like this, but this one had his hands like this. Kind of hard to see the glare. Oh, the glare. Like that. There you go. Boom. And I think this one was the same as the first one. Oh, it's a little different. It was just like different iterations of like how to do like fingers, how to do hearts with your hands. So that's his first event back from the military. Guys, we're reaching the end, I promise. You won't have to listen to me for too much longer. And then this was the first joint event that Dongwon and Insong had together since he got out of the military. So they did a doctor theme, and then they did a bunny theme. So they wore these like bunny jacket hoodie things, which I personally really like. I think they're very cute. I think they make for very cute photo cards, no matter the member or the group. But so these were just, I think, basic backs. Yeah, they just had basic KNK backs. But the doctor ones had like prescription on the back. And I think, what does it say? It says something 처방전. So I think this is like prescription. So Tinkerbell-님, which is like to Tinkerbell. This is who the prescription is written for. And so it says, 농구가 보고 싶은 팅커벨에게 청보하는 약입니다. So it's he's saying, I think this is prescription. But he's saying like, this is the medicine that I'm prescribing. This is the prescribed medicine that I'm prescribing to the Tinkerbell I want to see. It's like a very rough translation, but that's what it means. And I think his second one was the same. Oh no. Oh. So it's a different prescription. And it says, 오늘도 지치고 힘들었을 팅커벨에게 동원이를 정보합니다. 힘내요. So it's oh gosh, my brain is refusing to translate. Hello. Brain work. So in this one, he's basically saying he's the prescription. Like, Dongwon is the prescription, and to be strong. 힘내요 is like have strength in Korean. Like be strong. 힘내 is like be strong. And then Insong. So here's Insong's bunny card. I can move it up now. Here's Insong's bunny card. It's really cute because he like looks like a rabbit, so I put him in the bunny sleeves when he's in the bunny jacket. And then this is Insong's prescription. So he says, hold on. 반복되는 일상이 지친 팅커벨에게 인성이의 사랑을 처방해 드립니다. So basically like receive like this prescription is Insung's love. They're very cheesy, but they're very cute. And I'm doing a horrible job of translating them. But so this is like Insung's love is the prescription for Tinkerbell. For this particular one. And then this one is let me see. Oh god. 스트레스로 인해 웃음이 없으면 팅커벨을 I can't 위해 인성이의 미소를 정방해 드립니다. So for this one, for the Tinkerbell that can't smile and have stress, I prescribe Insung Smile. That's what that one translates to. So again, they're very silly, but they're very cute. So that was this was the event that I got the Insung Polaroid for. So yeah. And then these were oh yes. So in 2024 I had to check the year. In 2024, Soham had a solo fan meet under his new acting company, and they gave out, there was a total of 25 cards, but I only managed to get 5, which is fine. I bought them from some seller that was selling an extra set that they had, but I got these 5 cards. They're just like super simple. They don't say anything on the back. They just say the name of like the fan meet, and they're just pictures of him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Super simple, super cute. And then these were the photo cards from his 2024 season's greetings. I think this was a pre-order card, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was this one. No, I lied. I'm so sorry. This one was the pre-order card, and then these ones came with the season's greeting. And then this was just a QR card for the digital planner thingy. But I just put in here because it's 6 and it makes it look nice when I add in the bottom row. And then I swear we're almost at the end, you guys. Don't worry. We are almost at the end. Then we had our first event with Hyunjong, since he got added at the end of 2024. They did a Christmas event, and the themes were like red ribbons, and because 2024 was the year of the dragon, they did little dragon plushies. And so there was 2 cards per member per event. 12 cards total. 4 per member. So I have Dongwon's 2 versions, Insung's 2 versions, and Hyunjong's 2 versions. And like, look at, he's just a baby. Like, this was his first photo card. He's just a baby. Look at him. He's just a baby. And then on the back, on the dragon cards, there's a story behind these 4 specifically. But I have each version of the member. I also have extra cards of these because my brain, for whatever reason, thought that there were more cards, and so I ordered more than I needed, thinking that I needed to get more, but I didn't. But these cards specifically on the back have these cute little dragon drawings. And for Hyunjong and Insung, they should actually be flipped. So this, help, I can't get it. This drawing should be on Insung's card. And Hyunjong's cards should have this drawing. They, I guess, mix them up, and they offered to fix them for fans. If you received the flipped photo cards, you could email them and they'd send you the corrected ones. I missed sending my email by like a day, and they were like, "Oh, sorry, we can't fix it." And I was like, okay, that's fine, I guess. I think it's actually kind of cute though, because like they're more special to me that way. But yes, I like them. Dongwon's cards are fine, but I like the fact that they're kind of unique. It makes my collection unique, so I'm not too mad about that. Would I have liked the fixed cards as well? Yes. However, beggars can't be choosers. I have the full set regardless. And then these are the bigger inclusions that come in albums. They're just sitting here, but this is a Polaroid of Sungtae and Dongwon from their unit event that they did. Oh, and I forgot to show, this is Dongwon's little dragon. This is what he drew. There's a little dragon. This was the envelope Dongwon's Soham's cards came in. I'm losing my mind again. And then we have, these were postcards from SS Collection, like bookmarks, I think they were labeled as. I'm missing Soham and Heejun for the white set. They have white backs. And then I'm missing Dongwon and Soham for the black set. They just have black backs. And then these were postcards. Again, there were two per member. So there's like a white set and a black set, quote unquote, a white set and a black set. I have Soham for the first set. I'm just missing Dongwon and Insong. And then I have Jihoon and Heejun. And then for the second set, I'm missing more members. I'm missing Soham, Dongwon, and Jihoon. But I have all the other members. Again, those are taking time because less fans collect larger inclusions, so they're a little trickier to find. But when I find them, I snatch them. They're mine. You can't have them. These were, I think these were, I'm trying to remember what these were from. They might have been from their photo book. They did like a photo book in between their albums. And I think these photos were like part of that, because I can't think of anything else they'd be from. But I have a full set of those. And then in KNK Airline, they did stickers, boarding tickets. Stickers and boarding tickets, yes. So I have the full set of all members for the passport stickers. They're just like big stickers. And then I have the full set of boarding passes. They're just like postcards or like bookmarks of the members. I have all of them. Oh, second page. I'm destroying my own collection before your very eyes. And then I have the second page for the last two members. And then the last bit of stuff actually is it's all just like their photomatics and stuff like that. So let me see. Okay, so like this was from their this was from Jihoon and Dongwon's TMI event. So they did two individual they did individual four cuts, and then they did a unit four cut. I have two sets of those. And then this was one of Dongwon's solo events. This was a photomatic he did for that. And then these were their Valentine's Day photomatics. So they just did individual four cuts for the members. And then I think, so this one, just on the back side, I'll show you. Standing my binder up really awkwardly. This was the four cut from Dongwon and his co-stars event. And then they did these little like postcard thingies that I just put on the back of the photomatics so that you see them when you flip them over. And then these are just postcards from Soham's Season's Greetings. It's just like a 4-cut photo and then 4 postcards and 2 postcards on this side. But yes, you guys, that is my entire KNK collection as it stands right now. You can see how dedicated to my craft I am. And by dedicated to my craft, I mean I love this group. Again, I don't collect everything for every group I stan. I only have 2 groups that I collect absolutely everything for. And KNK is one of those groups. I just love them. I love them very much. And I just think they deserve all the love in the world. And I'm emotional because today's their 9th anniversary, and I just love them very, very much. So thank you for joining my PowerPoint night and my collection Handcam, I guess this turned into. Yes, I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of my collection. I'm very proud of them. And I just want to see them succeed in everything they do. But I think that is everything for this stream. Thank you so much for hanging out and for spending time with me and listening to me talk about that. Again, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I was really struck by inspiration when I was thinking about them. And I just thought it'd be a really fun stream to do. I had fun. Hopefully you guys did too. But sit tight, everybody. I will get us all set up for raid. And I will see you all on Wednesday. Wednesday is yet to be decided as to what we're doing. It entirely depends on if my PS5 wants to cooperate or not. But I will stream regardless. No matter what we stream, I will stream. But yes, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for listening. That's the most important part. So sit tight and I will get us all set up for raid. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everybody.